Imagine a speaker you can literally drop in a pool, clip to your muddy backpack, and still use to take a crystal-clear phone call 5 minutes later. That is exactly the kind of abuse this little fiery red disc is built to handle. At first glance, it looks almost like a heavy-duty padlock, thanks to that prominent metal carabiner framing the top. Holding it, there is a reassuring heft that tells you it is not just cheap plastic. The front is covered in a tough, tightly woven fabric, while the back has this grippy, matte rubber finish that keeps it from sliding around when you set it down on a wet poolside ledge. Now, looking at the specs, you might see 3.3 watts of output power and think, well, that is going to sound like a tinny smartphone speaker. But honestly, once you press play, it defies those low numbers. It pushes out a surprisingly warm, rounded sound that easily fills your immediate personal space. Sure, you're not going to get chest-thumping bass out of something the size of a chocolate chip cookie, but the vocals are incredibly crisp, and the high notes do not distort even when you crank the volume up during an outdoor hangout. What stands out, though, is how incredibly practical the design is. That built-in clip is not just a gimmick. It snaps onto belt loops, shower rods, or bicycle cables with a very satisfying, secure click. And if you get caught in a sudden downpour, or even drop it directly into the lake, you do not have to panic. It is fully waterproof, so a quick rinse under the tap to get the dirt off is perfectly fine. If there is a downside, it has to be the charging port. It still uses micro USB, which feels a bit behind the times when almost everything else in our bags has transitioned to USB-C. It means carrying an extra cable just for this device, which is a minor annoyance. Also, the battery gives you about 10 hours of playback, which is great for a day trip. But if you are planning a long weekend off the grid, you will need to bring a power bank along. Still, for a grab-and-go audio companion that can take a beating and keep the tunes rolling, this little red powerhouse is incredibly hard to beat. It is simple, rugged, and does exactly what it promises without any unnecessary fuss.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.